Welcome back everybody, or welcome if you're new. Today for What's for Supper Wednesday, we're continuing to give you some ideas for Thanksgiving, and today it's going to be sides. We're going to be doing 3 sides. I'm going to be doing the first one. It's going to be cornbread and squash stuffing or dressing, whichever you call it. First, I'm going to need to make cornbread. I use 2 cups of Hudson cream self-rising flour, 1 to 2.5 cups of milk, a half a cup of vegetable oil, 1 egg, and I have like a pinch of sugar. I don't like sweet cornbread, but I do put a little pinch of sugar, and 1/4 cup of butter. First, I'm going to put my butter in my cast iron pan. I'm going to set my oven to 425 and leave it in there till it's melted and hot. First, I'm going to put my oil in a bowl with my egg and about a cup of the milk and mix that up. Next, I'm going to put my 2 cups of self-rising flour and the pinch of sugar and mix that up. Now I'm just going to let that set until my butter gets hot in the pan so the cornmeal can absorb some. That's set for a few minutes and you can see how thick it is, and I want to thin that out to like a pancake consistency. So I'm going to add another cup of milk and mix that. And this is what I want it to look like. The butter's gotten hot, so we're going to pour the batter in. It's going to sizzle, and that butter's going to come over top of it and make it really good. Now we're going to put this in the 425-degree oven for about 30 to 40 minutes. For the stuffing or dressing, you'll need 1 pound of squash. This is some I just froze. 1/4 cup of butter, 1 onion chopped, 2 celery ribs chopped, a can of cream and chicken soup. You'll need 12 ounces of chicken broth. This is some I canned. 3/4 cup of pepper, a 1/2 teaspoon of poultry seasoning, and 5 cups of your cornbread. First, you're going to boil your squash till it's tender. Then in a pan or skillet, put your butter and your onion and celery. This also calls for chopped red bell pepper, but I'm not going to be putting that in. And you cook that until it's tender. After your celery and onions are good and tender, you'll add that to a bowl, and then you'll add your cream of chicken soup. Then add your chicken broth. Next, you'll add your seasonings, the pepper and poultry seasoning. This does call for 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of ground red pepper, but I'm not putting that in. If you like spicy, you can do that. Then you just mix this up real good. Next, you'll add your drained squash and 5 cups of cornbread. Then you'll just mix that up real good. Next, you'll add this to a 13 by 9 inch baking dish, and you'll have your oven set to 350, and you'll bake this for 40 to 45 minutes. We'll show all the sides at the end.
Alright, and what I'm going to be fixing next is, it's going to be a cornflake potato bake. All you're going to need is some hashed brown potatoes, shredded or cubed, some 2 cups of cheddar cheese, 16 ounces of sour cream, 1 cream of chicken soup, and butter and cornflakes. Let's get started. Alright, I've melted 1 stick of butter. You're going to put 2 cups of cheese in, which is a whole bag, one of the little bags. And then you're going to just use this whole thing of sour cream, 16 ounces. And then we're going to need 1 cream of chicken soup, right? Chicken soup, yeah. I think I finally got it all out. Alright, that's good enough. Alright, we're going to lay our hash browns out on the pan here. I don't know if I told you this, but you'll need to get this out of the freezer ahead of time so they can be thawed, because when we got ours the other day, it's just one solid chunk. I'm just going to spread it out here. Alright, we decided to, after we started putting the hash browns in, decided to use a bigger pan. This is a 3-quart pan because you're going to have a lot of sour cream and all here putting on top of it. Alright, just going to spread it out here. May still be too little of a pan still, Mom. Alright, I've melted a 3/4 stick of butter. I'm going to pour in these cornflakes here. You're going to use a cup of cornflakes. All you're going to do is just get it all mixed up and absorbed, and you're going to crush them up just a little bit. Alright, we put a cup in originally of cornflakes, but all the butter hadn't absorbed up yet, so we decided to put some more cornflakes. We added another cup, just how much ever you desire, depending on how much butter you put in. Just it needs to be all absorbed up, and crush them up just a little bit. Alright, we'll be right back in just a minute. Alright, you're going to put your cornflakes on top here. Just how much ever in which place you want it. I may need me a bigger spoon to get them out with, I don't know. Like digging a hole with a spoon. Alright, we're going to bake it for 1 hour at 350 degrees. We'll be back in an hour.
Alrighty folks, one of the sides I'm going to be having today, we're going to be having baked macaroni and cheese. And just happened to catch these here on sale. We'll be affixing 2 boxes of these. So what you start off with, we'll start boiling our noodles as you normally would. We're going to cut it off about a minute earlier, and we'll drain them, and then we're going to take some butter and put in there and stir together. That way it'll keep the macaroni from sticking when you go to bake it. Alrighty, I'll show you the next step here in just a minute. Trust me, this is real easy. Alrighty. Now, while your noodles is over there boiling, cooking, we're going to melt 2 tablespoons of butter. We have a half a cup of breadcrumbs in there. Melt this up here real quick. To clean up this mess. Alrighty, now just pour your melted butter in there with your breadcrumbs. We're going to mix that up. And then we'll set this to the side. We'll be using this again here in just a little bit. Alrighty. Now, I put 2 tablespoons of butter down here. We're just going to go ahead and pour these in our pan. And here in just a second, we'll stir that up, let that butter get melted good. And we'll give it a good stir. And then we're going to be over here making the cheese sauce right now. Alrighty. Now, we're pouring in our half a cup of milk. We've done got our butter down the bottom. What we're going to do now, we'll put in both packs of our cheese here, powdered cheese. Then we got to get out our, now this is entirely up to you folks. We'll put that in there. Okay. Hold on one second while I get the cheese out. Oh gosh, Carolyn just knocked off her elbow and... Okay. Excuse me just a second, sugar. Put 2 cups of cheese down in there. Once again, your preference, folks. Whatever you want. Give this a good stir. Now, I'm gonna let this here sit. You all stay here just a second. Let me go over here and stir my noodles. Make sure the butter's coating them good. You go right ahead there, Shug. You stir it up. Alright, I'm back. And then what we'll be doing, once this gets good and melted here, we'll pour that in the noodles, get them stirred up real good, and then we'll take and put our breadcrumbs on top, and then we're actually going to turn the broiler on. You ain't forgot your stuff in the oven, have you, Sue? I'll tell you what, folks, I'm going to add just a little bit more milk to that. Carolyn agrees. Now this is just some ideas on different sides, folks. Let us know in the comments what all sides you like for Thanksgiving. Okay. Now, let me go over here and bring over the It's hard to believe we're getting close to Thanksgiving already. Oh, no. Dixie? Alrighty. Now, I'm going to go over here and get my breadcrumbs. And then we'll place it in the oven there. Turn the broiler on. You just want your breadcrumbs to sort of brown up a little bit, dry out just a little bit there. And then we're done. Simple as can be. Okay. Alrighty. Just put it on top here, folks. All it's going to do is add another little texture to your macaroni and cheese. Alrighty. Now we'll place that in the oven. Like I said, turn the broiler on and just keep an eye on it. You don't want to burn it up.
And here's our sides. Here is the cornflake potato bake, the cornbread and squash dressing or stuffing, and the baked macaroni and cheese. Let's plate them all up.
All right, what do we have here?
The cornflake potato bake. Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Having to blow on it, folks. That's good. What we got here, Shug?
Squash and cornbread squash dressing, or stuffing. We call it stuffing.
That is really good also.
And
then this here's the
baked macaroni.
baked macaroni. That's good. But telling you now, folks, none of these are low carb. Just putting that out.
All carb.
And then of course we got our green beans here. Always gotta have green beans. And then we got some chicken. Alrighty, folks. Hope y'all have a great day. Lord willing, be seeing you Friday. Thank y'all again for watching. Stay safe.